Hi friends, today let's solve EDC questions from 2020 AP ESET question paper. Okay, this is the AP ESET question paper. So first question, at room temperature the current in an intrinsic semiconductor will depend on. So remember, the current in a semiconductor is both due to electrons and holes. So you will be having electron current and hole current. Also, since the electrons are freed from the lattice positions in the conduction band, they can move throughout the material, and this current will be specifically dependent on temperature. So if you see the options, this is the correct answer. Next, the breakdown voltage in a Zener diode is generally, if you remember the Zener diode characteristics, so in the reverse bias at a particular voltage called Vz, which is negative voltage. So this is the reverse bias operation. You will be having reverse voltage and reverse current. So the breakdown voltage is constant at this particular point, and the current will be increasing, and it will be generally between two values, minimum and maximum. Okay, next, which circuit is used to obtain the desired output waveform of an operational amplifier? Generally, clipper is a circuit which is used to clip some portions of input signal. So some part of the input signal is cut to get the desired output waveform in case of an operational amplifier. Next, so the diode in a half wave rectifier has a forward resistance of RF. Now the voltage is Vm sin omega t. What is the DC current? So the IDC current is given by the formula I max by pi. And if you remember, Im is simply Vm by Rf plus RL. Now if I substitute this here, I will be getting Vm by pi into Rf plus RL is the DC current in a half wave rectifier. Okay, next, so what is the relationship between alpha and beta? Remember, simply 1 by alpha minus 1 by beta is equal to 1 is a standard formula which you have to remember. So now if you rearrange the terms, you will be getting alpha is equal to beta by 1 minus 1 plus beta, and beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. So I have two options which are correct. So these two options are correct. Next, the application of a CC configuration. This question has been repeated almost 4 times. So CC transistor configuration is used to drive a low impedance to a high impedance source. So CC configuration is basically used in impedance matching. Remember, it is not used in amplification because the gain is simply near to 1. So remember, it is basically used in impedance matching techniques. Next, conduction electrons have more mobility than holes because, remember, they need to have less energy to move them. Remember, electrons and holes. So holes are generally subjected to stronger atomic force and pulled by the nucleus than electrons. So nucleus will have stronger atomic force towards holes, and these electrons are residing in the higher shells. And also remember, holes will be having lower mobility because electrons effective mass, so electron effective mass is lesser than mass of the holes. Okay, next, the depletion region in a semiconductor PN junction diode has, so it has generally both positive and negative ions on either side. I will show you the pictorial representation of this. So this PDF which I am viewing is prepared by me, and you can download this from the link provided in the description. So see this depletion region, it is also called space charge region or transition region, is a region in which you have immobile charge carriers or ions. Okay, that is what is asked in the question. So see it, the depletion region in a semiconductor, it has both positive and negative ions. These are immobile charge carriers of either side. Next, so thermal runaway will take place in a quiescent point. Remember, to avoid thermal runaway, the condition is VCE less than or equal to half VCC. However, it will take place if this situation is not considered. So this is the point, or this is the point where thermal runaway will take place. Next, so a 1 millisecond pulse can be stretched to 1 second pulse by using, remember, monostable multivibrator is also called pulse stretcher. So if you give an external trigger, you will be getting a waveform something like this. So you can extend the pulse using a monostable multivibrator. Next, for an op amp with negative feedback, the output is generally fed to the inverting output. So remember, if you have your op amp, so some part of your output is connected to the negative terminal. So here the output is fed back to the inverting input. Next, what is an ideal amplifier? An ideal amplifier will be having infinite DC open loop gain, and it will be having infinite input impedance, it will be having infinite slew rate, it will be having infinite bandwidth, and it will be having infinite CMRR. Okay, so it will be having ideally this. Now you also have to remember, it will be having the zero output impedance and zero input offset voltage. So I will show you a table which you have to remember, because every year there is a question on this particular concept. So remember what are the features where you have infinite value. Next, so what exactly is an oscillator? An oscillator will be converting a DC input to an AC output. So what is it? So here it converts DC power into AC power. Remember what are the AC signals? The AC signals include square wave, sine wave, triangular wave. So with this we complete the questions related to EDC in 2020 paper.